My name's Elliot, and I have CMT. I bet you've never heard of that. Charcoal, Marie, tooth. It's where my nerves can't talk to my feet. Can you believe that?
CMT is a hereditary disease. It's a hereditary motor and sensory neuropathy, which means that the nerves become sick. They don't work. It affects the muscles atrophy. People with this problem lose their balance. I think for someone to try to understand it, imagine tripping with each step that you take. That's probably what it's like for someone who has moderate CMT.
I discovered my grandson walking in a very strange manner, and to make a long story short, I told my daughter-in-law, he's not walking right. He needs to see a doctor. And a few weeks went by, nothing happened. I said, have you taken him? He's really not walking right. Well, that started the whole progression of finding out that Elliot suffered from CMT.
We've got 9-year-old twins. One of them has been positively identified as having CMT. Our 7-year-old daughter also has it, and our 6-year-old son. And so we knew sort of early on, given their dad's diagnosis, so we were able to get a positive genetic test, so we know exactly the mutation that we're dealing with.
Very young patients, 10 years old, who don't yet know that they have Charcot-Marie tooth, know that something's wrong. They don't quite function right. They don't balance the way that their buddies do. They can't quite kick a soccer ball as hard. They tend to be a little more clumsy. Now, most of those kids internalize it and figure out something's wrong with them. It's not. It's actually a hereditary problem they have.
I used to have a catch and play ball, and in fact, I used to love to do that. It's not that he can't do it now. He can do it still, but his motivation, his lack of motivation in the athletic area is somewhat naturally, it's a real, and compared to other kids, he doesn't want to get himself involved with the comparison and how he'd do versus the other kid.
What happens in any chronic disease is for the people who don't give up, and most people don't give up, they learn to live with their problem. They don't concentrate on their pain. They don't look at their foot each day and feel sorry for themselves. So they walk through their pain. They walk through their problems. They continue to go out. They continue to be a spouse, etc. They continue to be a mom or a kid.
Right. I tell them it's hard. I know it's hard because you're not, sure, by age 8, you know who's the fastest in your class, who's the best at gym class. Kids figure that out pretty early in life. And I can tell them, well, I still think you're the best, but they know. And, for them to figure out on their own, well, I might not be the fastest runner, but I'm really good at biking. And I'm really good at, some other activities that they can do with their peers, then they feel a little bit better about themselves.
Elliot does have a handicap, and he realizes it, he lives with it, and he's aware of it. But he's very positive. His mother is phenomenal. And everyone around him is positive. And he, as I say, he compensates for whatever he may not be able to do. He's so bright and so well-liked and just an amazing little boy. I
would encourage any parent who's dealing with this, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. It's not easy to deal with any kind of disability, this one in particular, because you don't necessarily fit. You are dealing with a physical challenge, but other people might not see it. So don't hide, don't give up, don't pull your kids out of sports because they're feeling like they can't compete, because if you hide and you withdraw from society, it's only going to become more of an issue. So I would say push your kids, love them where they are and support them where they are, but don't hide. Get out there in the world and be active, and make the most of what you got.
The fact that you haven't heard of CMT is one of the reasons there is no cure. I want a cure. I want hundreds of thousands of people to know about my feet. I want George Lucas to know about my feet. I want Oprah to know about my feet. I want Obama to know about my feet. The more people that know about my feet, the better chances of a cure there is. So please send this video to everyone you know.